So, hey guys, wanting to get a tope on movies that are coming out over the next month, I decided to take a look at Google Trends and see how much search traffic each movie is getting in relative to one another. The total numbers seem weird, but I think the relative amount is what we want to look at here. And so these are the movies I'm only looking at basically the next month, what notable films are coming out over the next month. This one is coming out November 15th, red one. Then on the weekend after that, on the 22nd, both Wicked and Gladiator coming out the same day. We looking to see if there was going to be kind of a Barbenheimer thing going with that, but so far that hasn't been materializing. But we'll talk about that in a moment. And then that following Thursday, Moana comes out. Actually, I think it has Wednesday night previews. I think it technically comes out on the 26th, but the first full day will be on Thanksgiving, the 27th. So then the weekend after that, nothing else notable comes out. Can we take a moment here to like and subscribe? Like, subscribe, and notification bell, and we're right back to the program. Thanks. Really, for the next couple of weeks, maybe not even really anything notable to Hedgehog, which is December 20th. But I decided to keep it cogent within the next month because what films are being looked at and being searched for that are further out aren't going to really apply relative to ones that are closer in because people are going to search those more. So now we can look down here and see that Wicked is way up there, and right behind it is Moana. Gladiator that comes out on the same day as Wicked, but even before Moana, which means it's closer in proximity to time. And I did this search, looked at this up through November the 2nd. I think I did this on the first, but anyway, had to through November the 2nd. I think it refreshed. So we can see Gladiator is way off the pace down here with this orange line, even though it comes out the same day as Wicked and before Moana, which lets you know that there's probably not that great of interest. Now, this Google search trends does not definitively tell us what the interest is in a film, but I think it can be expected to largely more or less correlate with the kind of early ticket sales you're going to get. And we know that first couple of weeks, but especially that first week is everything because if a movie doesn't show that there's a lot of interest for it right off the bat, other people won't want to get involved and they'll stick with not being interested in seeing it. Films will pull the marketing for it if it shows it's not doing well. They don't want to throw good money after bad. So we look here and we see that Gladiator is way off the mark, even though it is the successor to a major film. Has a big movie star in Denzel Washington in it, but we know movie stars don't really pull anymore. You would have thought maybe the last big movie star we had in Hollywood was at least Tom Cruise, especially after what happened with the movie Top Gun. But then when he came out with Dead Reckoning a year later, that movie did okay at the box office in total numbers, but it flopped because it cost so much and it didn't do great. It just did okay. You guys didn't really show up for that one anywhere. Even I think it did maybe half the box office of Top Gun. So if Tom Cruise is not even still a movie star who can really pull people in, really nobody is at this point. People don't go to the movie theaters based on who's in the movies anymore. Not too much. It can help along the margins, but it doesn't make the huge differences that it may have made at one point in time. And so we can see this just not. I haven't seen anecdotally. I didn't feel like there was a lot of buzz for Gladiator. A lot of the commentary around people who did enjoy the first Gladiator a lot. I'm not really one of them. I don't even think I ever saw the movie all the way through. Is that they're not most people who I've heard talk about it who were fans of it are not showing a lot of great interest to go see the second one, and uh, there's not any general movie audience hype. And that first one was so long ago that there's a lot of people in the main of the movie buying audience who've never seen it, right? Or they saw it when they were a kid and don't really remember it. And it's not this thing, this it was a big thing at the time, but it's not this lasting cultural force that has this great resonance in the culture still. And it looks like it's not it doesn't really have a lot of interest. People aren't looking for it online. They're not looking for the trailers. They're not looking to engage with what's the pre-promotional materials, that means there's probably not a lot of interest. And then Red One, which looks good to me, if you're not familiar with that movie though, is maybe not as high profile as these other three. Red One is this movie starring Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and Chris Evans, but also J.K. Simmons. That's kind of this hard-edged Santa Claus. You've seen probably seen the commercial with him bench pressing this great amount of weight or whatever have you. And you guys know J.K. Simmons. For me, I know him from being on what is that show, Law and Order. As one of the lieutenants on one of the Law and Order shows for many years. But he seems to be most known for his role in Whiplash, and then most of us seen him in those State Farm commercials, if nothing else. So that's that film, and it's getting a lot of promo. The studio's putting a lot behind it. Looks like it's MGM, Amazon Studio movie. So MGM was purchased by MGM was purchased by Amazon about 3 years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and so this movie is now coming out under that label. I think it looks like a pretty fun and interesting movie that I have some interest in, but it's not getting a lot of run on Google Trends. It's this one way down here, and it's the closest in proximity to coming out. Again, we're just 2 weekends away from when it's about to premiere, and it doesn't look like it's garnering a lot of interest. You can see over here in the graph to get more comparative interest. We got the blue again, Wicked, Gladiators. That's red one down here in the gold, and then Moana. So um, that's just something for us to look at, think about, and see uh, what's coming down the pike. What's your interest? Do you have interest in any of these movies? I thought Wicked may be taking a hit. Cynthia Erivo had her whole little episode in Disaster. She got all upset over a fan edit of a poster of Wicked and attack the fans for the edit of a poster to make the movie poster look more like the classic Broadway poster, even to the point that it got John Campia, who himself attacks fan bases of other movies and other genres, particularly Marvel and Star Wars fans. He attacks them for speaking for hitting back against writers and actors and directors who destroy our favorite characters, and make them all about themselves rather than servicing the character the way it's supposed to be. He goes after those fan bases, but now he got upset that something he was interested in was being co-opted by the actress, and she was making the character all about herself. So even now, he said he wasn't. He lost all of his excitement for Wicked, and so you thought that might have been the case for other Wicked fans, possibly. But if these trends are correct and hold true to correlating with interest in the film still and ticket sales, it looks like Wicked will still be okay and do quite well. So we'll see how that all plays out. Again, were you planning on? Were you excited about Wicked, and did the Cynthia Erivo episode put any dampers on your interest in the movie? Let me know down in the comments. What do you think about any of these other four? Which ones are you interested in seeing? Are you excited about any of these movies? Are you definitely trying to be there on week one? What's going on with you? Let me know about your interest in these films. I think the one I'm most interested in seeing is Red One. I don't know that I care that much about any of the other ones. I'm pretty interested in Gladiator. It looks pretty good. I might go check it out. I'm really not the audience for the other two movies. They would be ones I might catch at home in the future, but I wouldn't be going to the movie theaters for, but I'm just not their audience. So how about you? Let me know down in the comments. Line Runner 777 reviews and revisits. Definitely like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell before you get out of here. I'm out with this one. Talk to you guys next time.